Wednesday. We're here. The 14th day of January does fall on it. Sorry for running a few minutes behind. We had some technical difficulties. CJ Nasello, it's our daily show. We got Gerard Fischer coming on the show. A couple of minutes time. We're going to be talking to Dan and Jen, too. They're going to be continuing the legacy of the American family that Gerard set forth, and we'll get all the details on that and so much more. 1010, Lacy McDonald joins us. Got a good Wednesday show. Hope it's off to a good start for all of you. Man, it looks great out there. I was just looking at that sky cam and just thought how deceiving looks could be, you know? Oh, it's a cold one. We'll talk about weather here in a second. Make sure you guys download the RiverBender.com app today and you'll never miss out. You can join myself and everybody else in the community that gets their daily dose of local. And that's where we'll take you right to now. Top of the hour news. Here's what you need to know. Here's what we're following on this Wednesday morning. You can find out more on all these stories at RiverBender.com/news. We'll take you right to Godfrey first. This was an incident that was talked about on social media. This happened at the dugout on Godfrey Road. We have an update for you now. Kevin Ingram III, 21 of St. Louis, and Maurice D. Brown Jr., 22 of East St. Louis. They've been charged with felony burglary and retail theft in Madison County following that incident at the dugout on Godfrey Road. The pair allegedly entered the business without authorization on the 19th of December, intending to commit theft. They are accused of stealing THC gummies and chocolate valued over at $300. Brown was charged on January the 7th, with Ingram being charged a day later. Both been released pre-trial, and authorities remind the public that these individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in court. The Edwardsville Community Unit School District Number 7 Board of Education is actively reviewing a ridership audit to guide decisions on potentially adjusting school start times and implementing a 7-period day at the high school. Interim Superintendent Dr. Alan Duncan confirmed no start time changes or additional periods will occur in the 2026-27 school year, emphasizing the district's ongoing commitment to utilize thorough data analysis. The audit, conducted with First Student and SIUE, aims to optimize bus routes for efficiency and financial stability while considering ride times and impacts on extracurricular activities and staffing. Now, the district acknowledges community passion, but stresses the importance of fully understanding all factors before making final recommendations. Also in the news today, Jerseyville residents are being invited to share their opinions on potential changes to the city's residential curbside trash pickup services. The city is exploring exclusive contracts with waste management companies that would add recycling and yard waste collection, while aiming to reduce monthly costs from the current $30 to $45 to potentially $8 to $20 less. The three companies have submitted bids, and a public meeting will be held on January the 20th at Jerseyville City Hall. Changes and dump operations do start and could lead to changes starting on May 1st if they are adopted. Businesses would not be affected, and the city may also increase dump sticker fees if no exclusive contract is chosen. You can find out more on this story that Dalton Brown wrote at RiverBender.com/news. SCI Engineering has made progress this week in draining the sinkhole that developed beneath that soccer field at Gordon Moore Park. The drainage began on January the 5th, addressing that water accumulation above a mine that's being operated by New Frontier Materials. The sinkhole first appeared in June 2024, prompting the city to hire SCI Engineering to investigate and develop a remediation plan. Over the past week, Water Removal has prepared the site for soil and moisture testing, and it's overseen by SCI's Thomas Casey. Mayor Goins praised the progress and favorable weather for this, noting the importance of upcoming test results in planning the sinkhole's restoration. We'll keep you updated every step of the way. Finally, in the news today, the trial of Keith A. Sanders continues with intense testimony from co-defendants and witnesses. Sanders waived his right to a jury trial, opting for a bench trial, and prosecutors allege that Sanders directed 4 co-defendants to carry out the shooting amid a gang dispute that began on social media that resulted in the fatal death of Renaya Stewart. Testimony revealed Sanders gave instructions to, quote, go slide on them, end quote, a phrase interpreted as a directive to attack, although not explicitly to shoot. Video evidence reviewed Sanders leaving the scene before the shooting, and the trial set to resume on Wednesday today. We'll keep you updated with more details, and that's a look at what we're following this 9 o'clock hour. Let's take a look at weather. 36 degrees in downtown Alton. It's going to start feeling colder and colder this week. It feels like 24 out there today, windy and much colder than it was yesterday. There will be clouds breaking for some sun this afternoon. Tonight, clear and windy. Air quality right now is clocking in at 25, and that's good. Mold counts are low, so everything's looking A-okay so far this morning. For the next 5 days, here's what they look like. Temperatures reach 36 degrees today. That's the high. Drop down to 16 overnight as we head into Thursday. On Thursday, a high of 33. A low of 29 degrees, and on Friday, a high of 42, a low of 20, and here's where the temperatures start to get colder and colder. On Saturday, we'll see temperatures drop to 9 degrees overnight as we head into Sunday, and on Saturday, temperatures only hit 22. On Sunday, a high of 26, a low of 14 degrees, and that's a look at your next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. 36 degrees in downtown Alton at 9:15. It feels like it's 24 out there. Bring a jacket and a hat if you're going outside. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. Hey, just wanting to let you know, before we take a break and get this show moving, January is when we all really start, or for me anyway it is, because I'm such a calendar-related person, oriented person. Don't know if you are out there, but, January I start to really think about, what does the house need? What do I need to really start setting goals up for? What do we need to start looking into? And if you're like me, you want to create a healthy home. We started, doing the air purifiers, all that great stuff, but it doesn't just start and end there. You could create a really healthy home by utilizing that April Air power humidifier and installation. We need them, and especially in some of these houses here throughout the 618. This is why I like these things. At 21 gallons per day, it's the highest capacity to meet your humidification needs faster than ever, especially when the weather starts to get a little bit drier and drier, and you got to turn those darn things on, and you got that one from Walgreens, and all it's doing is just pouring cold water all over your room. You don't need none of that. It save up to 15,000 gallons of water a year and save on utility bills with the April Air humidifier. It's 2 times more efficient and really optimizes the entire home. Here's what I think's really cool about this deal right now with King Air Conditioning with this April Air Power Humidifier. It's free installation with Evolution or preferred full system purchases until the end of January, on January the 31st. That's a big deal, and you can learn more at kingairconheating.com. That's kingair, Heating.com, or just call them today, 618-466-7574. And what I think's cool, one final note about this, is a percentage of every install, it's donated to a local charity too, just through all their other great services. 618-466-7574. Don't forget to tell them CJ sent you over their way. Quick break. We'll come back with Daily Show conversation, starting it up on a Wednesday after this one on RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
As America prepares to celebrate 250 years of freedom, there's never been a better time to show your pride. The Flag Keeper provides everything you need to display your flag with honor, from American state and U.S. Armed Service flags to flagpoles, accessories, and installation kits for homes and businesses across the Riverbend area. Call 618-467-0020 or visit theflagkeeper.com for your free estimate today. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Oh, welcome back, Daily Show, 922. Gerard Fischer, Jessica, and Dan. We got the whole gang in here from American Family Insurance. And this is exciting. The time's come, Gerard.
I think the cat's out of the bag.
I know. I was kind of hoping we could do an exclusive, but I'll forgive you on this. I felt like we could have gotten some legs out of it.
No worries. All good.
No more Gerard Duncan on the basketball.
Well, yeah. None of that, or playing football or anything like that.
We might play a few of those.
Hey, we might have to do some Throwback Thursdays on that, right?
Yeah. Well, it's cool. Congratulations on retirement. And when does it start?
February 20th.
This is cool. And take me through this. So, Dan, Jessica, you guys are now going to be stepping up and continuing the great service that Gerard provided. And really just another great chapter in the American Family book here. Where do we start?
Well,
let him go first. Yeah.
No, it's been great. I've been doing it for 30 plus years. Mm-hmm. I'm blessed to be able to develop relationships with the people in the community and everything. That's the funnest part of the job. Mm-hmm. But I'm ready to move on and spend time with the grandkids and work on my handicap on the golf course, things like that. But American Family was able to go out and search for some people and found some really overqualified individuals that can step in and take the place.
This is really cool. So how is that going to work for, Gerard's clients going forward? Is it going to be one where it's location based or how does that break down for, who represents who?
So Gerard has such an established book of business. They took it and they split it up by territory. So
Okay.
I will be at Godfrey.
Okay, cool.
And I will still stay in his location, so that way current clientele will know the familiarity.
You're making
of
this
it and
easy on me,
everything.
Gerard.
I'm
I'm one of the
Yes, he's been
clients.
great to work with. And I've been blessed.
Trying to
and
make
I
it as
know
easy
Dan
as I
has been too.
can.
And then Dan will be in Edwardsville, Maryville area.
Yeah, so I'll be over in Maryville. So essentially, people that are further east from Godfrey, that's where I'll come into play. Granite City is kind of like the major pinpoint there, and then I'll take over everybody that's east of there. So super excited about it, and we've been learning a lot from Gerard. He's been great from that education aspect. So continuing what he has done traditionally from the customer service standpoint, and also just making sure people are protected properly.
Well, it's a big deal, and because so many times insurance takes a beating no matter what, because, it's whether it's too high or whatever you get out of it, but you got to have transparency and good communication, and that's what really I've experienced with you, Gerard, and it's cool to know that you guys are really taking pride in that and going to carry that forward, With that, you guys are hiring too, right?
Yep. So accepting applications currently and bringing good people in to also work for us and with us alongside us. Yeah.
What roles are we looking to fill?
If you're licensed, obviously
Okay.
we'd love to have a sales specialist. We also provide a customer service specialist, so kind of the front lines, helping with questions, billing, payments, anything of that sort. So, as we establish our business plans, kind of having kind of a time frame of when we want to add on to the team. Right, as we grow, we want to add on more people too as well, so we can maintain to take that proper time to spend time with each client, make sure that they're getting all the information they need. It's not something that can be rushed. So.
Oh, absolutely. How long was it of a timeline was this for the transition for you to retire into?
They started December 1, so they've been so
Soaking in a lot of information.
very, very quickly.
Right. And the other thing too, just to add, we're probably still going to have one of my staff members still stay on board and everything. So Megan Bohannon, she does a fantastic job. She'll be still there to work with the clients and bridge the gap.
That's really good, and I think it's great that you're having that kind of that bridge, like you said, to make sure if there's any disconnect or any thoughts or questions, you still got someone that's been there.
Plus, if they allow me, I might stick around for a little bit too, just because I'm like a bad penny. I might show up every now and then or whatever. But
we don't recognize those anymore, Gerard.
Yeah. But,
I'm going to get a news report. Gerard Fischer arrested for trespassing. But it shows really how much you've loved American Family.
Oh,
over the years.
absolutely.
And really, there's no testament to how great of a service or a company it is than really just to see the reps and how they recognize that brand. And take me through just this first month. What have you learned the most so far when it comes to just the day-to-day and also just the direct relation with the overall organization and company?
Really what I learned the first month was that no matter what, I have someone to contact and ask questions about, right? We may not know all the answers. It's with any job. So to be able to have that support where I can call, if I have a question about life, I can call this department. If I have a question about operations or hiring, there's someone I can always reach out to, not just in the office, but in the corporate side of things. So no matter what, I've got a lot of support. And that makes me feel great. That makes me feel like I can be successful.
Absolutely. Dan, what are your thoughts on that?
So I've been in the insurance industry before, so this isn't something that's completely new to myself here, but with American Family, I think it's really understanding the brand that you represent, which I'm super proud to be able to represent American Family from an insurance aspect, and that clientele is going to be able to benefit from that. Making sure that we're, again, transparent, right?
Yeah.
From what you mentioned earlier is super important, and they give us the ability to be transparent, right? There's not going to be a whole lot of secrets. It's going to be pretty easy to understand. We break it down for people. But from a learning aspect, I mean, it's a great company. We have a lot of options for people, and super excited to be able to provide those for people.
Man, you got some good ones, Gerard.
Yeah.
How about that? Look at this. Why don't we I got to pay a quick bill. It's 9:28. We're going to come back and talk all things American Family Insurance and get to know Jessica and Dan a little bit more. And then, Gerard, we'll chat it up and see who you're working for free for first. And, man, say that one 4 times fast.
Exactly.
I don't need to do any type of sobriety test. That alone prove it. We'll take a quick break. 9:29. Daily Show comes back to you on a Wednesday. Next.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu. When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today. As America prepares to celebrate 250 years of freedom, there's never been a better time to show your pride. The Flag Keeper provides everything you need to display your flag with honor, from American state and U.S. Armed Service flags to flagpoles, accessories, and installation kits for homes and businesses across the Riverbend area. Call 618-467-0020 or visit theflagkeeper.com for your free estimate today.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
Welcome back, Daily Show. So we could not do this interview without doing some of the best ofs, I feel like. And without further ado, here's one of my favorites of Gerard Fischer. And this is when you were just in your prime, Gerard. Let's go there now.
Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny Holt. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fischer, 466-7062.
There you go. That's just gold right there, you know?
That's what started it all right there. And actually, that was my son in the T-shirt that had the bucket of water and threw it on the back there. So that tells you how long ago that was, back in the early 2010, 2011.
That's awesome.
Or whatever. So
when the community center was in its prime.
That's right. When it was really in its prime, yeah. So that was great times, great memories.
Really, it's just so cool. And Jessica, we were talking a little bit because I wanted to come back and get to know you guys a little bit more. And you were saying just growing up, it's kind of cool because you always would see Gerard's name everywhere. And it's kind of neat now to be able to kind of take that mantle over and move forward. Take me through your background a little bit and growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. I did actually grow up in the Alton, Godfrey area pretty much through my college years. I graduated from Marquette in 2005. Went away for college for a year and decided that I needed to be a little bit more responsible, I guess, come home and finish school at home. And then currently I reside in Bethalto with my family. My husband's from Bethalto, so we made that decision to make the move. But it's great to be back home where I'm familiar with the community. Have a lot of connections with a lot of businesses and different organizations, so it feels good to be back where I started.
Absolutely. And it's always nice just to know a little bit more, I think, in case the public is getting to know you for the first time or just reconnecting with you, just to know, again, it's someone right here in your own neighborhood, you know. And Dan, take me through your background.
So I got my insurance degree from Missouri State University, so risk management and insurance. So I've been in insurance for about 6 years. With a former company, a competitor, now with American Family, but that's okay. So I made the switch over to American Family here in December. So I've been here about a month and a half. I live in Maryville, over by the Maryville Christian School there, third neighborhood on the left. So I live there. My wife is from Collinsville. I'm from O'Fallon, Missouri. So met her, and she won the battle. So now I live on this side of the river. So a lot of you guys know how that works, but super excited to be able to perform for both personal insurance and commercial insurance, being able to get out in the community and really truly help people.
It's really cool. And, I just think it's great just to, like I said, know a little bit more about you as you guys start your next 20 years plus. Gerard, how long were you at this?
30.
30?
30
there you
plus,
go.
Yep.
Well, and how did it, so did you ever look back at the first year of the 30?
Oh, yeah. The funny thing is I started brand new as a scratch agency, and my office was right there in front of Roper's. At that time, it was Wicks. If you remember, if you can go back that far, but in that little salon that's there out in front, that was where my office started out at.
Really?
Yeah. And I was just telling somebody else the story the other night. Wick used to have that Wick Fest, and a group he brought was Survivor.
Wow.
Survivor came to Wick Fest.
And did like Eye at the Tiger and all
that? And so Wick says, hey, for these guys to come, they need a dressing room, so can they dress in your office the night before or the night of? And I'm like, sure. So there they are, there's Survivor in my office, and so that was a good time.
That's awesome, man. Well, now, going forward, what are you looking? You said grandkids, but is there anything else you're looking forward to do?
No, just grandkids, golf, and maybe involved in the community. As you know, I'm a trustee right now with Godfrey. It'll give me an opportunity to spend a little bit more time on with the village and look at those issues and everything, and look forward to being part of Godfrey.
Really cool. And Dan, Jessica, how do we get back in touch with you to see about hiring processes? And just because I wanted to touch on that one more time before we talked about just services real quick.
Absolutely. I do have a business Facebook page under the Jessica Erdley, the Erdley Agency for American Family. I will actually be keeping Gerard's Godfrey phone number too as well. So
really
easy
nice
transition to be able to look that up. I also have a LinkedIn, and we'll be setting up an Instagram page soon. So being able to follow me on all sorts of platforms.
That's really cool. And Dan, same kind of thing right now, or phone number? What's the best way to get in touch in regards to your office too?
Yeah, so if you simply just go on Google and you just Google American Family and then Edwardsville or Maryville, I'll pop up.
There you go.
And then you can have my contact information from there. Right now, I have to advertise my cell phone, so that's literally a direct line to me. So that's going to come directly to me if you call it, looking for insurance or whatever.
Awesome.
From my website. So I'll switch over to his Edwardsville phone number when he retires. So February 21st is going to be that date where that's going to change. So you'll have my cell phone number for a little bit, but not too long.
Yeah, and you can still contact them at my office.
Oh, cool, yeah.
For right now. And the Godfrey office is 618-466-7062, and the Everettsville office is 618-659-2483.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
They didn't
You
even
want
need to
my
look
social?
down. So going into 2026, what should people take into account if they're maybe with a different company, a competitor right now? Things just might be too high, or maybe it's starting to look like we're getting our first home. We need house insurance. What does that process look like whenever we give you guys a call? And can you break that down for us?
Well, really, most importantly, it's just great to get to know you, right? How many people live in your house? What's important to you? What will help you sleep at night to make sure everything's covered if, God forbid, the worst happens, right? We want to make sure that you're covered, whether it's through your home, your auto, your business, even your life, right? I mean, no matter what, everyone needs some sort of coverage. What will let you sleep at night if something should happen? So really kind of drilling into what's important to you, right? I mean, yes, I've been a seller most of my career, but the biggest thing that made me more successful is really listening to their needs, what they need, not what I think they need.
Right.
Right. I mean, I can recommend all the things in the world. You can take it or not, but really just being sincere about what they want, right? We're just here to support that.
Absolutely. Dan, anything to add to that?
Yeah. I fully support what she said. The only thing that I would add is with our industry right now, it's kind of in a state of flux. So not only are rates changing, going up, down, sideways, but you also have coverage that is changing up, down, and sideways. So it is more important. 10 years ago, you might not say the same thing, but now your coverage may be changing every single year. They may be adding things in there. They may be taking things away. And this is every insurance company. So it is important to start reviewing that on an annual basis, especially with your homeowners. Your home is more than likely your largest asset you're ever going to purchase in your life. So making sure that is protected, that is what we're gonna do.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gerard, what are those phone numbers again?
Godfrey, 618-466-7062. Everettsville, 618-659-2483.
Gerard, I know you'll be on the show sometime.
I don't think that's my last appearance.
No, it won't be. And seriously, Jessica and Dan, best of luck to you. And I can't wait to have you back on the show sometime soon.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We'll take a quick break, but our first commercial is again a throwback to the greatness of Gerard Fischer on RiverBender.com.
Time out. Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage? Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fischer, 466-7062. Hey, where do you want this ladder? Oh, come on, coach.
American Family Insurance.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
As America prepares to celebrate 250 years of freedom, there's never been a better time to show your pride. The Flag Keeper provides everything you need to display your flag with honor, from American state and U.S. Armed Service flags to flagpoles, accessories, and installation kits for homes and businesses across the Riverbend area. Call 618-467-0020 or or visit theflagkeeper.com for your free estimate today. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to
Welcome back, Daily Show, 10:08, and I'm really excited to have this conversation. I've been talking about this for a couple of days now, and Tom, I've been talking about precision for a few weeks now, and it's, really interesting to talk about more ways that we can truly help ourselves. And Jake, glad to have you in the studio. It's been a few years at this point since you've been on RiverBender.com.
Yes, yeah. That was a great interview I did with you. Felt very comfortable, very easy going, so I'm happy to be back.
Well, glad to have you here. And Tom, thanks for your time, and really just glad to know more about precision and really what you guys are all about. Let's start there in your background to get you familiar with our audience.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thanks for having us. And so precision, what we do is neuromodulation. So TMS is transcranial magnetic stimulation. So basically what it does, it uses, this is kind of a nerd breakdown of it, magnetic fields through Faraday's law of inductance. Once it hits conductive tissue, like your brain, it's going to convert into a very small electric current. And then when it does that, it depolarizes those cortical neurons that we're targeting and causes it to release these neurotransmitters, your regular ones, norepinephrine, serotonin, dopamine, and then also a protein called BDNF. So BDNF is what we call in neuroscience miracle grow for the brain. So it helps form new synapses. It's brain-derived neurotrophic factor. So you do this, you get these pulses. It stimulates these cortical neurons. You do it thousands of times over the course of treatment, and it kind of reawakens a dormant part of your brain that is normally silent during depression in depressed patients.
This is really so fascinating to me. And, as somebody, and I'll be honest, I've been on the fluoxetines of the world and everything, and the feeling that I will always say I've never felt more scared in my life because you still have the same emotions. I just didn't have the energy to really react on them and to really, just be a zombie. And, I feel like with this, and I'm sure we'll talk about this more, it seems like this is a new way to really try something that isn't going to change who we are, if that makes sense. And maybe if I'm speaking out of turn, please correct me.
Yeah, no, it's it kind of brings you back to the way you were, I feel.
Okay.
And I often use the analogy of like a computer, like, you have this circuit board, right? And if you have a broken circuit, you can't really upgrade the software. And what we can do with TMS or Spravato, which is that intranasal esketamine, you can kind of fix that broken circuit. And then once that's fixed, then you can kind of upgrade your operating system, through therapy or, other ways to help you with your depression or OCD. So
now, is this the only two mental health illnesses that we know of right now that this can help? Or
so it's FDA approved for depression, OCD, peripheral nerve pain. One of the manufacturers has one for smoking cessation.
Wow.
And and they're coming out with more. Okay. There's a ton of research for using it to help kids with autism. stroke rehab. So I think that's going to happen in the next few years. It's still considered experimental.
That would be really interesting to see play out.
Yeah, and we have a migraine. I think that one is actually FDA approved for migraine as well. So, and there is an at-home TMS device for migraine. It's called the eNeura. Yeah, I know one of the reps. He's former military and great guy. His name's Eric Bolin, and yeah, so that's an at-home thing. Because, I mean, if you're having a migraine, you don't want to drive 20 minutes to a clinic, right? You can't.
It'd be dangerous.
Yeah. So this at-home TMS device can be effective for that. But we don't have anything at home yet for depression like that. I think there was a new TDCS that actually got recent approval, but I don't know the efficacy of that yet. But I'm optimistic that we're going to be able to get these ways to help people into their homes soon.
Well, and Jake, before I talk to you about your experience, you know, I want to ask real quick, Tom, you know, who do you get walking through your doors or picking up the phone the most? Is it the people that have kind of tried and been through it all and said, you know, here's where I'm at, or has it been more of, I want to try this new way of medicine and have been looking into this?
Most of them are people who've had it for a long time, who've tried all kinds of different medications, and the medications just haven't worked, or they work for a little while and then they stop working. You know, a lot of our patients are kind of at the, I hate to say this, you know, end of their rope. I mean, just...
I get it.
It's picture perfect way to describe it.
Yeah, it's...
what else can I do type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, we had this patient a couple years ago. She was 28. They had tried all kinds of meds. They basically lost hope. They actually had taken a family vacation to kind of say goodbye because they really were scared for their daughter that, you know, she was suicidal. And then they heard about TMS and they came to us and we got her into remission. And, you know, and now she...
It's incredible.
Yeah, she went back and, you know, did her master's and she's,
That's incredible.
Yeah,
that's a true quality of life right there. You know? And that's not just getting by day, you know, and that's a really big, I'm sure, component of this. And Jake, you know, if it's okay, fill me in on your story with precision and this process.
Yeah, certainly. So it was almost kind of like what you explained, just no quality of life. Like, I thought maybe I'd go through all the medications, same what you said.
Yeah.
And then I was just content, I guess. Like, okay, this is it. This is what I have to live with the rest of my life. Then I was working in the federal building in St. Louis, and he came in and did a presentation. Like, wow, this sounds interesting. Tell me more. And then, not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical at first.
I was too, honestly.
Yeah,
I really was. Just like magnetic fields. It sounds like
that's
some
what my
late
next
night
question
TV,
was.
like
Yeah.
QVC, like this, you know, magnetic wristband's gonna, you know, cure your cancer or something. It's like, but
I saw somebody I worked with. She did the treatment. Completely different person. I'm like, wow, I want that. And,
incredible.
Yeah, I started doing it. It's like, it's just, I like to, I don't know, like Wizard of Oz, you know, when she walks to the door and everything goes from black and white to color. It's like I'm living again. It's just, this whole summer, I took every weekend with my girls. We did something. 2 or 3 years ago, that would have been impossible. Just the thought of doing something every day with my kids. I love my kids, don't get me wrong, but just being able to get out of the house and do something, or just going out to lunch with a buddy, it's like, no, I don't want to do that. Absolutely not. But now it's like, yeah, let's do this.
Well, you just hit it right on the head, I think, and I'm sure you know this better than I do, all the patients and individuals that go through that same thing where, you know, I feel like sometimes, and not sometimes, the public that doesn't deal with depression or know a lot about, you know, mental health illness, they kind of categorize it as, oh, they're just sad. That has nothing to, you know, sad
or lazy.
Yeah, you know.
You know, it's like, oh, just, you know, pull yourself up.
You
and
truly feel like the weight of the world's on your shoulders. And like you said, Jake, you know, taking your kids out on the weekends and being able to do, you know, just fatherly
normal
things.
Stuff,
It feels impossible when you're, you know, 2 or 3 months in deep into a certain cycle or where you're at. And so when did you start?
So I started, I think it was roughly about 2 years ago, kind of into like maintenance therapy as well.
Okay.
Just within the first couple weeks of the treatment, though, it's just like I just start coming back on system. And
so it was pretty quick for you, huh?
Yeah, it was probably a couple weeks into it. Yeah. I don't know how everybody else reacts.
That's average is a couple weeks. So. Yeah, it's we've had some patients respond after like one session.
I can see that being dependent on. Yeah.
That's rare though. Most patients on average is about 2 weeks. Some take even longer. Some, you know, they'll notice a difference, you know, after they finish the initial 36 or so. There's a paper that came out last year that was recommending even more sessions, like 50. If people are starting to improve, but not quite into remission yet to do even more sessions.
That can sound overwhelming to somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Sessions,
Right.
no way. But once you start doing the footwork, it's like, man, this is a reason why. Kind of like when you go to the gym, you keep doing it.
You see the results, and it motivates yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Man, this is cool. Well, so I want to go back to what Jake said about something being a little overwhelmed, like, well, what is this type of thing?
Right.
certainly.
You know, when I feel like when folks hear baby brain stimulation or anything like that, it could be the nervousness coming in, or what does this mean? What are the side effects? What happens with
Right.
it? What does that conversation look like, and what surprises them the most?
I think a lot of times when people hear about this, they think about, Jack Nicholson from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Yeah.
ECT,
That's what I was going to ask you about. I shouldn't have, but I had that written down. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, I think, the image that comes to mind, and it's not like that at all. That is, like direct electricity. What we're doing is a magnetic field, and then we're able to target specific areas of the brain. And so we're able to hit the part of the brain that's underactive in depression. So it's called the left dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. So it's right over here.
Okay.
And, it's about the size of a quarter that, when it hits, the electrical current spreads. And it's part of a larger circuit. So it's kind of like a keyhole that we access, and then it's just it's much more gentle, it's much more targeted. Side effects: mild headache.
Okay.
And then maybe a little bit of irritation at the stimulation site from the coil. But we are very gentle. Like at the very beginning, we ramp up very, very slowly, make sure everybody's comfortable.
Yeah.
It should never be painful. It's like
That's what I was curious about.
Yeah.
Is the pain threshold?
Yeah.
Pain whatsoever.
we give you a stick to bite on.
It works really well.
Right.
Yeah.
We have somebody with a Kleenex to dry your tears. No, it's nothing like that. It's very gentle. It feels kind of like a flicking, I would say, like somebody's kind of tapping on your head. That's basically it.
That's what I was curious about. Is that similar, Jake?
Yeah, certainly. Like just minor headaches, but it's just like you just feel something sitting on your head, and then usually somebody's in the office talking with you. And
so you can still do things while you're doing this?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. You can talk, and big difference between this and like ECT is you can drive yourself to the appointments.
Mm-hmm.
ECT, you need to have anesthesia, you need to have a ride home, and all this. And there's memory loss with ECT. There's no memory loss with this.
Wait,
so.
who are you? No.
Is that why you call me John? No, that's really, and I like that you're both here. And Jake, thank you so much for sharing your journey as part of this, because
kind of hard being vulnerable sometimes, but
it is.
But if it gets the word out there, somebody can.
I actually believe in the snow globe effect, and the more we talk about this, just to let people know this option's out there, the more it destigmatizes it. Because I've talked with you already, Tom. I'm more than interested to look into this, and I'm excited to see where that can go. And we'll tour your facilities soon and get to know this. But is TMS for everyone? Because I think that's going to be important too, maybe for the public and someone that might be in a crisis right now and thinking, let's call, or will this work?
It's a good question. I think you have to look at the context of that person. So if they're in crisis, if they're sitting there with a gun or they're about to jump off a bridge, no. But if they're just having suicidal ideation, like a lot of our patients, they're not actively suicidal, but like they would be okay if they didn't wake up tomorrow.
Gotcha.
They're at that kind of point. So I think it works well for people like that.
Such a relatable point too. I feel like we've all been at that point in our, it's not maybe I'm going to do this X, Y, and Z, but it is what it is type of mentality.
Right. And and stress can kind of add on to that and kind of push people over the edge sometimes. The other thing we do is Spravato, which is intranasal esketamine.
We were talking about this on the filming in on this. Yeah.
So that got FDA approval in 2019. I was still at SLU at the time, working in neurosurgery and psychiatry. And the guy who led that study, John Crystal, he's a psychiatrist at Yale, he came and gave a grand rounds to us. And I was just blown away by the data, because they're saying, they can, it helps with depression, but he was also saying like it can help with suicidal ideation within a couple of hours, which that was amazing to me.
Insane.
Yeah, that's unheard of. And
So I think in the future, I think we're going to see a lot more combination. Especially with suicidal patients, hit them with ketamine, get them off the edge, and then hit them with TMS for longer term durability. Because the Spravato works quickly, but it doesn't last that long at the beginning. But the TMS takes a little longer, around 2 weeks on average.
So that way you can kind of manage until we're getting this going type
Exactly.
Very fascinating.
Intervention, kind of stabilize the situation, maybe. Kind of.
Is there a certain? How do you? So if you start the, that process with it, do you have to withdraw from it as well once you start, or how does that? Just because I'm just fascinated by it.
Yeah. The original protocol does have kind of like a weaning period.
Okay.
So like you'll do 30 sessions. So it's like Monday through Friday for 6 weeks for the first 30, and then we'll taper the next 3 weeks. So we'll do 3 and then 2 and then 1 to kind of wean you off of it. Some of the other accelerated protocols, they don't really have that,
Wow.
So like there's one out of Stanford that we actually do a fair bit of that. It's is called the SAINT study. It was the Stanford Accelerated Intelligent Neuromodulation Therapy, and they were doing 10 sessions a day for 5 days.
Wow!
So you're getting a massive dose, and they were tripling the normal.
Do you stay, I guess, at that point?
Yeah.
Under supervision and everything?
Well, no, you can go home.
Oh, you can go home.
Yeah.
Wow, fascinating.
Yeah.
This is even cooler than what because I thought at that point, if you're telling me, that many sessions, I was thinking you're kind of just there.
Right. You're there all day. I mean, it's a long day, so that part is kind of exhausting.
Yeah.
But they were getting people into remission in like 2.5 days.
It's incredible.
Yeah. And there's another one that got FDA approved this past year. It's AMPA. So what they do, they give you. It's I'm not sure how they came up with this combination of medications, but it's basically Vyvanse, the ADHD medication, and D-cycloserine, which is a antibiotic for tuberculosis.
Wow. How do you get that?
I don't know.
Like a random
People way
generator.
smarter than I am. Jonathan Downer, I think, came up with that. He's I believe he's a Canadian psychiatrist, but they give that to you in the morning, you wait an hour, and then they do TMS like every half hour. So you get like 20 sessions in a day. So that's like a 1-day treatment. Wow. So that's, just now coming, to become available.
So, and that's where I think this gets exciting too, because it seems like there is a lot of development here and a lot of innovation happening where you can see some really big growth shortly. So going into this, is TMS for everyone, or are there certain things we got to take into account with what we're doing here?
Yeah, the only group I've really seen that doesn't respond to it are people with borderline personality disorder.
Really?
That's the one group I've seen where you give them all this TMS and they say it doesn't really help. What they really need is DBT, so dialectical behavioral therapy. And I think we finally found a really good therapist that can help with that. Her name's Erin. She's in St. Charles, and I can send you that information.
Yeah, please do.
Because, and she really enjoys working with them. I get frustrated because the tools I have don't help them, And
you're
that's,
bringing a saw to something you need to wrench for.
Right, exactly. And she has wrenches. So, so I'm really looking forward to working with her because that's a population that you want to be able to help, but TMS by itself, I don't think is going to do it. One of the psychiatrists we work with, he thinks that giving them TMS kind of gets their brain in a state where they could be more receptive to the DBT. The DBT therapy and therefore helpful. But by itself, I don't think TMS is going to do it. They really need DBT. Yeah. And there is research actually looking at different targets and different protocols for borderline, but that we're not FDA approved. Yeah.
Makes sense. So why don't we do this? We'll take a break. We've been talking for a little bit now, and we're going to come back and talk with Tom some more. We're talking about with Jake some more, and I really want to hear more about your experience, Jake, as we go into the second half of the conversation. You guys stay there. We're learning more about Precision TMS. You can learn more online and follow along with us. It's super simple, precisiontms.org, and we'll link everything in a write-up after.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu. When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
As America prepares to celebrate 250 years of freedom, there's never been a better time to show your pride. The Flag Keeper provides everything you need to display your flag with honor, from American state and U.S. Armed Service flags to flagpoles, accessories, and installation kits for homes and businesses across the Riverbend area. Call 618-467-0020 or visit theflagkeeper.com for your free estimate today. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Daily Show, 10:07. Top of the hour news. Here's what you need to know. Make sure you download the RiverBender.com app today. You'll never miss out. You can join myself. A lot of people that have the app. And you can sign up for the daily email update where you can join myself and well over 90,000 people that get around the Riverbend. Here's what we're following this Wednesday morning. 2 have been charged with burglary and theft in a Godfrey business incident. This stems from that December 19th video and surveillance photos that circulated on social media from the dugout on Godfrey Road. Kevin D. Ingram III, 21 of St. Louis, and Maurice D. Brown Jr., 22 of East St. Louis, have been charged with felony burglary and retail theft in Madison County following that incident at the dugout on Godfrey Road. The pair allegedly entered the business without authorization on December the 19th, intending to commit theft. They are accused of stealing THC gummies and chocolates valued at over $300. Brown charged on January the 7th, with Ingram charged the following day. Both have been released pending trial. Jerseyville residents are being invited to share their opinion on potential changes to the city's residential curbside trash pickup service. The city is exploring exclusive contracts with waste management companies that would add recycling and yard waste collection while aiming to reduce monthly costs from the current $30 to $45 to potentially $8 to $20 less. 3 companies have submitted bids, and a public meeting will be held on January the 20th at Jerseyville City Hall to discuss proposals and gather community feedback. If adopted, the new program would require residents to use the city's selected hauler and could lead to changes in dump operations starting May 1st. Businesses would not be affected, and the city may also increase dump sticker fees if no exclusive contract is chosen. More details available on the City of Jerseyville's website. Finally in the news today, Bella Spark, a lifelong Madison County resident, has written her first children's book, Sparky Makes Friends. It features a friendly Jeep named Sparky, inspired by her newfound passion for off-roading and the friendship she's formed through the local Jeep community. Spark created a story to teach kids about confidence, facing fears, and the value of community. The book follows Sparky as he meets a new green Jeep, mirroring Spark's own experience meeting a friend at a woman-focused off-roading event. The book is the first in a series, with a second installment releasing next month and a holiday edition planned for December 2026. Spark hopes to inspire children to embrace challenges and connect with others while enjoying outdoor adventures while away from screens. For more information or how to order books, you can visit bellasparkbooks.com. Let's take a look at weather. Man, down here in this basement, it just rose 400 degrees. It went from being 4 degrees to 90. 36 outside, and it feels like 30. Humidity at 62% today. Mostly sunny. It will be windy and much colder tonight. Clear and windy. Air quality's looking good today, and so is everything else when it comes to the air quality indexes and the pollen indexes. For the next 5 days, here's what they look like. Today, temperatures reach 36 degrees and drop down to 17 overnight as we head into Thursday. On Thursday, a high of 34, a low of 30. On Friday, a high of 42, a low of 20. There is a slight chance of rain on Friday morning. On Saturday, it's going to be cold, a high of 24, a low of 9 degrees. And then on Sunday, a high of 29 and a low of 14. That's a look at your next 5 days, my friends. Here's what's happening now. 36 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like it's 30 out there. 618-465-4545 is the landmark phone number to call. And this time it's powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. We'll take a real quick one, come back with Lacy McDonald, going back 100 years ago next.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit AltonElite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu. When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today. As America prepares to celebrate 250 years of freedom, there's never been a better time to show your pride. The Flag Keeper provides everything you need to display your flag with honor, from American state and U.S. Armed Service flags to flagpoles, accessories, and installation kits for homes and businesses across the Riverbend area. Call 618-467-0020 or visit theflagkeeper.com for your free estimate today.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
Welcome back. Daily Show. And with Lacy. 100 years ago.
Yes.
Timed that break perfect.
Yeah, it was
Didn't even have
wonderful.
to change the damn song. Just slid it back up and called it a day. You went back 100 years ago.
I did.
And we talked about this last week. By the way, I'm not having a hot flash. It became like scalding friggin' hot down here.
Yeah, it's really warm.
I am
right
sweating
now.
through my jeans.
Mhm.
This is going to be a really rough day. I didn't think that I'd have a swamp issue in January, you know?
That's more of an August problem most of the time.
Okay, so they were hurting themselves doing the Charleston?
Okay, yeah, so...
How the hell do you hurt yourself doing this?
This was a Charleston injury, and the newspaper, the Alton Evening Telegraph, in a January 4th, 1926 article called it the first injury due to the vogue of the Charleston.
The vogue.
The vogue. Well, that was like what was in at the moment. But the crazy thing is...
It's like their version of Tide Pods.
I feel like this is better than eating Tide Pods.
Don't do the Charleston, kids. There's already an injury, you know.
Well, and I couldn't figure out if it was locally the first injury or if they were like,
nationally.
This is the first injury, because they reported it on the 4th.
Okay.
It happened on the 2nd, so it wasn't quite.
What was the injury?
Oh, a knee dislocation. She dislocated her knee.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Like I thought she like put her heel in somebody's eyeball or something.
Oh no!
Oh, I thought this was a violent one.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, it's not going to be as dramatic as expectations. No, so she was dancing at the Valley Park Dancing Pavilion, and I've tried to figure out where this was, and it's near Rock Spring Park, and I think from other stuff I've read, it might be where the middle school is now.
That makes sense.
Location.
Yeah.
So at the time, it was not part of Rock Spring Park. It was a separate thing called the Valley Park Dancing Pavilion, and they had old time dances on Thursdays and Saturdays, and Harry Robertson was the manager of the dancing pavilion, and he set these up. And so they had a really nice weather day on January 2nd. It was really warm, and a lot of the crowd was bigger. There were a lot of younger people, and apparently they sort of revolted and were like, why can't we have new dances, even though it was an old-time dancing party? And in 1926, a new dance was the Charleston. And so
did they do like the bell ringing?
The bell ringing?
You know, from Romeo and Juliet, when they're like running around and they're like twisting their little bells. Ding,
I don't know.
That's something they could have pulled out of the bag.
I wanted them when.
Why wasn't I there?
It said old time dances. I wanted them to say what those were, because I don't know what the old time dances consisted of when the Charleston was the new dance. But so he refused to play any new dances until about 11, and finally agreed to insert one Charleston onto the program.
All right, one time.
You get one. And then immediately.
Man, what was this guy's problem with this dance?
Well, it was supposed to be an old time dance. I mean, to be fair.
So he was like, I'm trying to do something.
Yeah, and the young people.
Goddamn young people and their Charleston
demands. So Mildred Volz, who lived in Wood River, went out onto the dance floor. It was slick because this had been going on for hours at this point, and she wrenched her knee. So it locked. She couldn't move it. She was taken, I think I put this in here. Yeah, she was taken to St. Joseph's Hospital by automobile, and then checked.
No ambulance.
They didn't have like. Well, okay, this is that whole thing.
See what I'm saying? Like, there's an interesting time we're in. Was it?
Yeah.
Was there a horse balance?
No, I don't think so. But
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
specified driven to St. Joseph's Hospital by automobile.
See, that's where I think it wasn't an ambulance situation, because I feel like they would have. I got to get on micro, so they would have said ambulance at that point.
Oh, right. It wasn't an ambulance.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I think that's why they were specifying that it was an automobile.
Yeah.
But going back to, remember when we were talking about those 2 men that died of heat exhaustion last summer? And like, there was an ambulance, but it was faster for like a bystander to drive the guy to the hospital.
Yeah, that's right.
So like, they had ambulances at the time, but they weren't an ambulance the way that we understand them now, of like that people can help you, like not EMTs. It was just like sort of a driving.
It's a service, like a taxi.
Yeah. So she's driven to hospital. They said that she was checked there by a surgeon, but I think that just means like the person in charge, and then taken home.
It's actually the janitor that day.
You're the surgeon today.
Well, looks good.
It's the barber.
Yeah, and the dentist.
Yeah. So they put in the article, it was said that the injury was not one of a serious nature. However, 2 weeks later, they did a follow-up, and she was still confined to her home.
Wait, hold on here. What's the problem this Telegraph reporter has to like do the follow-up? You know, is this like that big of a deal?
Well, yes, and I'll tell you why in a second. So they did a follow-up, and she was still at home, but her relatives clarified that the injury was actually primarily caused from playing basketball previous to this. And so she'd been injured a little bit playing basketball, and this made it way worse.
This was just
got him. She got hurt the second time on the
Al Bundy injury.
That was the problem. But the reason they did the follow-up is because when the first story came out on January 4th, the Associated Press picked it up and printed articles all over the country with titles like Charleston Perilous, Charleston Dangerous, and Knee Revolts at New Dance. So there were articles in all over Illinois, California, Iowa, Kansas, Maine, Missouri, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, and Texas. And because it was all over the place, people started sending her condolence letters and get well cards from all over the country. So she had just gotten a letter from someone I think a writer in California, wishing her well.
Who created the Charleston?
Well, that's not what I wrote about.
I'm just saying, if I were her, I'd take the moment. There's people giving you all these little letters and cards. Sue whoever created that
I don't
dance.
think that was a thing at the time.
Get your revenge. I had gotten some money on it. But it's just, I hate to say it, but leave it to the Telegraph to create something out of nothing,
Well, but now we have something to talk about today, CJ.
I guess. I can take. I had to get my one shot out there. With that being said, I like this one. So she becomes internationally famous for a few minutes.
Yeah, that's her 15 minutes of fame right there.
Actually, back then they didn't have internet, so it was 15 days of fame.
It was 15. That's probably exactly.
I'm just saying, I could see like 2 weeks, just nonstop, and then it dies.
That's how long this was. It was 2 weeks later, and
Man,
also
she missed out on an opportunity to really make a name for herself and some money. She could have sat there. If this was me, I get all this attention. I am campaigning and crusading to eliminate dancing from America. I am going to start the organization of anti-dance because I know that's where the money is. They think that I was injured. I'm going to be on the side of Associated Press. I'm going to say, listen, got to shut it down. Shut it down, and we're going to go everywhere. She could have made a mint.
So what you mean is you would have ruined it for everyone else, too.
Oh, yeah. If I can't have a nice thing, no one else can. You know what the... You get a moment to take a quick break.
Sure.
10:23, a little bit of change. We'll chat it up with Lacy some more after this.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
As America prepares to celebrate 250 years of freedom, there's never been a better time to show your pride. The Flag Keeper provides everything you need to display your flag with honor, from American state and U.S. Armed Service flags to flagpoles, accessories, and installation kits for homes and businesses across the Riverbend area. Call 618-467-0020 or visit theflagkeeper.com for your free estimate today. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
damn sauna.
I'm also wearing less than you.
I'm like Rocky, going up the stairs of that damn building. I'm sweating like Elvis at the end. I bet you I had it worse than this lady that dislocated her knee.
Well, she was having fun until the knee dislocation.
She didn't have fun afterwards, I bet.
She didn't have fun afterwards.
I suffered worse than she did, though. I just want to make it known.
Right now? Or
throughout.
During your soccer?
The entirety. If I could find your relatives, I'd tell them that.
So what we're going to do from now on is I bring people's stories and then you talk about how you have it worse.
Yeah, that's our version of Festivus from now on. Instead of hearing from the older generation how you had to walk to school in 5 feet of snow, I'm just going to tell you, I had it worse.
Well, now I've got a challenge. I got to find people that definitely had it worse than you.
We're going to have to do 50 weeks ago and is it worse? Or that's the segment, whose life was harder?
Yeah, I'm going to do minors in a couple weeks.
We could do, minor. Oh,
no,
actual minors.
Actual minors.
Okay, and the thing is, too, I mean, could you imagine if we had like a game show setting? And, like, you were the host, and it'd be like, and who had it worse? Or whose life sucks?
Well, and it would be so complicated because there's so many factors that would go into it. It's like, how much do you weight, for instance, antibiotics? Because I would weight antibiotics as such a huge positive that it would outweigh so many of the positives from before we had antibiotics.
You know what I would add to the show, though, is there's one X factor to this, because everyone has a golden buzzer on their television show now. It would have to be that I would have to feel that it's warranted for them to win.
Oh, so I'll be dependent on you.
So you can have 18,000 judges.
Why? If you're the one that determines
like a Venezuelan election, I'll just overlook it and move on. Going into this, I love your segments, Lacey, because I get to have fun.
CJ. I know.
Back into the dislocated knee. Do they have
Yes.
braces back then, or do you just kind of suck it up and keep walking?
Well, she didn't. She stayed in her house, but I don't know if she was like...
Do they give you crutches anyway? Like, that's what I'm curious about. What's the rehab look like for something like that? What's it look like now?
Well, now...
Do they put you
would
on
probably...
a little brace? Like a little... Well, even one of those probably...
I feel like physical therapy would be a huge part of it, no matter what. If you didn't... God, now we're giving medical... No, but I think physical
therapy... Don't take
therapy...
any of our advices on if you have a dislocated knee and what to do.
Right. Consult a doctor. But I do feel like physical therapy would be a huge part of the rehabilitation for that.
Okay, let me see here. It's called a patella dislocation.
Okay.
So we're going to get official here. Immediate actions is first aid. You need to immediately call 911, it says, and stay still. Do not move the joint or try to force it back in.
Okay.
That's where a guy would fail every time because we just... Bow! Okay, support the knee as it's still possible, using rolled up towels or cushions for support. Apply an ice pack. Wrap it in a towel to reduce pain and swelling.
Okay.
Pain and swelling
Makes sense.
on the microphone. Keep the leg elevated and don't put any weight on it. Now, here's what the doctors are going to do. They're going to gently guide the kneecap back into place. Every time I hear gently, I feel like that's not what's going to happen. It's called a reduction. Well, okay. You're going to reduce into your soul and screaming in agony. X-rays or other imaging will check for bone or ligament damage on this. You'll likely use crutches and a brace.
Okay, you're right.
Or a splint. Medications like ibuprofen may be recommended, and surgery may be needed for severe damage, if there is any. If there is any, I just want to put that asterisk there. I want to say it so that way you aren't saying anything and getting sued. I talk enough. I'm probably going to get one anyway. What's the recovery look like if you ask Google AI? It says physical therapy could be possible. It's essential for regaining strength. 6 to 8 weeks for normal activities to resume. She probably couldn't do the Charleston for, God dang it.
Or the Carlton.
Yeah, there you go, for 9 months. Remember, I really thought like people were doing like this, like the George Jones dance, and I'm like, no kidding, this is killing people, huh? No.
That one is not quite as active.
What is
as
the Charleston?
Well, it's the one where you like do I can't do it sitting, and I don't think you can see me if I try to stand up and do it, but it can be a very active dance. There's a lot of arm flailing, but you can do a more modified version. And so Harry Robertson specified that from then on,
God.
only a modified form of the Charleston was to be danced in future dances, and no extreme steps would be permitted. No extreme steps. Josephine Baker was one of the people that, I don't know if she invented it, but she really popularized it, and she's a phenomenal dancer. Really,
I can
really
see how
interesting
this
person.
would lead to some injuries because you're in heels, I'm assuming,
Yeah,
too.
and if the floor is slick and you're on one foot for part of it, then you could very easily get your remaining foot knocked out from under you.
I just think of that movie. What was that movie called? The Hitch? Whenever Will Smith is Kevin James's, he gives him advice on getting married.
I haven't seen that, but it's Will Smith and
was it
Kevin
Hitch?
James.
Well, yeah, but he's like, do the Q-tip, and he's teaching him how to dance.
Well, and those might have been some of the extreme steps. Who knows? And there was a whole, honestly, if you want to see it, the whole article that it's the source is in here, and if anyone wants it, I'll send it to them. But he had a whole long paragraph about what they would not be doing in the future and all the rules around it. And
they let this buzzkill lead dance.
It was supposed to be old-time dancing.
Oh, that's right. They ruined his thing.
They ruined
his thing. That's where I feel so bad. This poor guy, he just wanted to have... What is old-time dancing?
I don't know. Two-step?
Okay, I'm going to Google this.
Yeah, old-time dancing.
Was
old-time dancing as interpreted in 1926.
1926.
I do want to mention this before I forget. So Mildred Voles, this was 1926 when she hurt herself. I tried to figure out what she did later in life. Did she dance again? And she played a lot of bridge, lots of bridge, which is not it. Bridge is a card.
Yeah.
And
good for her.
And so I did find one time that it was mentioned 2 years later that she was listed as a dancer in a 1928 performance put on by the Standard Oil Athletic Association. So she did dance again.
Good Lifetime movie right there. What's the Standard Oil Dance Athletic Association?
Well, Standard Oil Company, and then they had an athletic club within the company. A lot of companies did that.
Were they a local company?
Yeah, they were in. It's the refinery.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
At the time, it was Standard Oil, and so yeah, Olin. Well, that too. Owens Illinois Glass Company would have their bowling league and the basketball teams and the baseball. They all had social clubs and activities within the big companies. So I think that's what that was.
Old time dancing. I have it for you.
Okay.
Listen to this. In the midst of the jazz age, industrialist Henry Model T Ford was his full name. Have you ever seen that lady?
No.
You've never seen Philomene Clunk or whatever her name is, or Clunk?
I think
she is the funniest television show ever.
I need to watch that because it comes up in my suggested sometimes.
They just had one on Henry Ford, and she was like, and Henry Model T Ford. It's just such an hilarious thing to me.
It's on my list.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Hunk on Life is another good one. Anyway, became a leading figure and a deliberate national revival of these old-fashioned dances because he thought the New Age, the Charleston, the Black Bottom, the Shimmy, the Texas Tommy, that sounds sick, was not appropriate. So here, what our buddy wanted to do, what was his name that led these things in Alton?
Harry Robertson.
Harry Robertson. Good old Harry. He wanted the waltz, the foxtrot, the gavotte, the quadrille, and the shotzi.
That actually all makes a lot of sense with what I researched. Because
it doesn't really? Okay.
Well, yeah, because they said two-step dances.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so a lot of those would, I think, be part of that. And then also there was an article in the Telegraph about Henry Ford saying he couldn't do the Charleston.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know that I put it. No, I didn't put it in my sources. But yeah, there was a whole thing about how he was like, I don't know. Is that why he hated this? Maybe.
He was jealous.
Yeah, maybe he was like,
he
if I can't do it, no one can.
Well, he died 21 years later. So he had 21 years to live in I guess, really just jealousy that he couldn't do the dance.
And I might be wrong. I'll have to go back.
That's actually what led to Toyota taking over Ford as the... No.
This is the part where I don't put in the article so I don't speculate. And then I come on here and I'm like, let me give y'all some medical advice.
I really wish I could
history.
get that lady that does that show on here. I think that would be so good. What are you writing about next week?
So I am writing about
Henry Model T Ford.
I'm only writing about Henry Ford. No, I'm writing about an airship, a military airship that was spotted over Alton in
1926?
Yeah, 1926.
Oh, so this is like after World War One.
Yeah.
So like people, were they like fearful? Like,
no, the reason I'm writing about it is because I found this article that said that it was during a snowstorm, and it was the first time that one of those like dirigible, like a blimp.
Oh,
a blimp.
gotcha. Okay.
And it came through during a snowstorm, and so that was why people were surprised to see it, not that there was a blimp over Alton. It was that it was in the middle of winter. And I found a bunch of articles that kept saying, like, I mean, obviously no one's that impressed. We have them all the time. And so apparently in the mid 1920s, you just be outside in Alton and just see an airship go by because of Scott Field. It was Scott Field at the time. Now it's Scott Air Force.
That is very interesting.
Field. But yeah,
that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I found a picture, not from Alton, but of the correct one. Actually found it because the Scott Air Force Base has a history that they've published. And it's on their website that had a picture and had all kinds of information about those airships.
Was there ever any conspiracy theory like on the Alton radio back in the day? Where they're like, because like we have chemtrails now with the airplanes. Is there ever somebody like, they're dropping off,
Well, see, I don't have any of like the
I feel like that was a good Alex Jones voice.
But
they're dropping off things from that airship.
But how would I have access to those files now?
I don't know.
They like burned in a barn fire or something.
One could hope. I was going to ask you, have you, not that they burned, I just want to clarify, I spoke way out of turn there.
Not a real thing.
No, I meant like one could hope that they're still available to listen to. I would love to listen.
If that's even a thing. Like there were so few radio stations then. It's not like anybody could just... It would be more like somebody on their ham radio.
Do you know what I wonder?
What?
If you put a little device up in outer space, if you could still hear some of these old transmissions.
I don't think they went far enough.
Wouldn't that be wild?
That would be insane.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing
really
this today.
going off the rails today.
So I wanted to ask you, though, I watched this really fascinating show. I forgot what streaming service it was on, but it was on, like, American Dynasties is what they called. There was one on the Gettys. Oh, my goodness. I had no idea about the kidnapping of this guy's grandson. Did you hear about this?
I don't remember that.
The Gettys, like the oil people and all that.
Yeah.
Anyway, his grandson got abducted, and the guy refused to pay. Like, literally.
Oh, my gosh.
And it was terrible. And I'm not laughing. Like, I hope you know I'm making fun of it.
No.
But, like, they literally, like, tortured this kid, and the guy wouldn't give him the money because he was like, well, that sets the standard that everyone else is going to start abducting us now too, and I'm just going to keep paying him money. So he ended up negotiating to get it to where it was just below what the maximum tax deductible amount would be in a ransom, and then loaned his son the additional money at an interest rate to get the grandson back.
How long was this poor child kidnapped for?
Months. Hold on, let's see.
Gosh.
Maybe not months. Hold on. It probably was. Yeah, it was for a while. It started in November. It ended December 15th when he was found alive.
Oh, thank God.
But listen to this. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so he actually, because of all this, was so affected. I was watching this. I had to double check to make sure I'm not speaking out of turn.
Right.
He had some severe problems with substances and was paralyzed for the next, 30 years after a massive stroke.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, I couldn't believe this. And I don't know, I would just, if you're interested into, American history, it's crazy what happens to some of these families, in these dynasties, and just the personalities on these people.
Well,
could you imagine that?
Trauma. Yeah, that would break something in you in multiple ways. Being kidnapped, your family not immediately doing everything possible to get you back.
I'm not being funny about this, but could you think okay, you and your grandpa are best friends, and all of a sudden you find out grandpa really just likes his money more than he likes his family.
Yeah.
I mean, that's wild to me.
Yeah, that's insane.
She won't be writing about the Gettys next week. I just watched that episode last night and wanted to share it with you.
I mean, Every once in a while, I'll write something that's more national than local. But that wasn't in 1926, was it?
No, this was in 1973.
1973?
Yeah. No, that's why.
Oh my God, that sounded like a 1920s thing.
Yeah, no, this wasn't like a Lindenberg era thing. This was.
That's what the first thing I thought.
It would be like a copycat or something. No,
right.
Totally different.
Whoa.
Yeah. Crazy. The guy died actually in 2011.
Oh, that's
so he had to. Just had an awful thing going on.
Anyway,
I like to end on a more positive note than talking about something so sad. So I was watching lately because we went through all of the Christmas movies during Christmas, of course. Christmas Chronicles is highly underrated as a Christmas.
I haven't seen Christmas
it's on
Chronicles.
Netflix. It is it's a hoot. But anyway, it brings me to my final point of the conversation with you today. I like the John Adams show.
Yes.
We've talked about this in multitudes. But it ruined this guy's career.
The John Adams show ruined.
Ruined Peter Gallant, Paul Gallante's career, who played John Adams in the show.
Oh.
I am watching this Fred Claus. Fred Claus, that's the name of the movie. I was thinking about it all morning that had this guy in it. He plays Santa. The guy that plays John Adams plays Santa.
Yeah.
I felt like I was watching John Adams play the role of Santa Claus the entire time. It's like how everything that this guy does in movies is identical.
That's weird.
I was watching this weird show, and it was like all these different, maybe it's called Black Hole. Is that what it's called? I don't know. It's one of these things. It's on Netflix, too. Well, I'm watching this. I'm like, that's John Adams. And I'm like, oh, God, this is really John. I'm like, what's he think about being in the modern world? I want to ask him, what a sad thing for this man. You get a great role. You do such a great job, and then you ruin your own career.
Yeah.
That wasn't positive either.
Right, so much for ending on a positive note.
Well, the positive note is Lacy will be back next Wednesday
back.
at 10:10. We'll take a quick break. 10:45 is the time. Daily Show will wrap it up next.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
As America prepares to celebrate 250 years of freedom, there's never been a better time to show your pride. The Flag Keeper provides everything you need to display your flag with honor, from American state and U.S. Armed Service flags to flagpoles, accessories, and installation kits for homes and businesses across the Riverbend area. Call 618-467-0020 or visit theflagkeeper.com for your free estimate today. Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Welcome back. Daily Show, 1050. One quick thing for you guys, and this isn't really in regards to. Hold on, let me bring this damn microphone up a little bit. This isn't in regards to the news out of Jerseyville that they're pursuing anything with maybe going exclusive. This isn't directly at Jerseyville, just before I start talking, and this really isn't a direction on if this is what they're doing is right or wrong. I just want to talk about these exclusive contracts for a second. This isn't to stir the pot, but to ask a real question. Let's talk about the cities that are moving forward on these exclusive trash contracts. We know of already, Alton is already on one. You've heard of my displeasure about this. And on paper, I mean, it sounds efficient. It sounds like it's not a big deal. It sounds like a no-brain decision. One provider, one bill, it's simple. But is it actually the best move for residents? Is it the best move for the area? That's the question we got to find ourselves in. Because when you lock in exclusivity, what you do is you eliminate competition. You eliminate what we've become known for in America, competing for the consumer, providing the best service. That's what happens. Competition's what keeps prices fair, service responsive, and companies accountable. What's happening right now, you have one company that's in charge of the landfill that has exclusive contracts throughout the region. To me, I mean, even though it might lower the rates, think of the precedent that causes. Think of the precedent that starts. I mean, there's a ton of other options out there. And I'm not saying that going with company A over company B is the best decision. I'm just saying that there needs to be the opportunity to have a competitive market. And it's not just because of what Jerseyville's thinking about doing. I love the fact that they're asking residents for their opinion. I think it's a big thing to get them involved. And if the residents decide, let them decide. That's their prerogative. But for the ones that didn't, for the ones that said, well, this will lower the rates on your sewer bill or this will do that, that might be all fine and dandy. But we don't know that for sure. You know, I mean, it might be, generically speaking, as an overview, well, it brings us down cost-wise. But it's not specific to an individual, I don't think. You know? I mean, you have companies out there that are doing the work. I mean, you have local companies, and I'm not saying this just because she supports the show, but you have Sparks Junk Removal, who's going out there in Godfrey and Piasol Hills and Morrow and Bethel, doing all these service areas, and they're rocking and rolling. But here's what happens, and Denise has talked about this on the show. You have that one provider who is in charge of the landfill that raises the rates on a company like Sparks, who then in turn has to raise the rates on their consumers. Otherwise, they won't stay in business. To me, it creates a monopoly. To me, I just don't see the logistics here. I don't see how 2 and 2 is equal 4. It might lower the bill, which we all love. But what I also love is the fact that if there's ever a problem, or if it ever does become to complete a market takeover, what happens when a service isn't good? What happens when they decide we're going to raise your rates, and because everyone's locked into deals, there's nothing you can do about it? There's questions. And I'm not saying do this or don't do it. I just think an exclusive contract doesn't just change trash pickup. It changes an entire local business ecosystem. Fewer choices, fewer local operators, fewer local employees, less pressure to improve service over time. So the question isn't, is it easier? The question is it better for consumers, and is it better for the entire market? And it's not a one-town issue. It's not. It's becoming an issue across multiple counties. And I think that, listen, whatever the residents decide is great. And I love the fact, again, and I want to keep hammering this home, that they have the option to sound off on it. Dalton did great reporting on it. Not saying it's good or bad to stick with Republic. I'm just saying, is it the best move for residents? Is it better for the entire local business economy? The only reason I ask, and truly ask this, is because, you know, the more that we keep talking about simplifying bills and lock it in things and consolidating, that's less options. And it's not the same as in media, but we're seeing this happening all the time. Local media gets bought out by a corporate conglomerate. And here it might not seem like a big deal. Well, you might hear off the bat, well, we're going to provide you more resources to promote your area. We're going to get you more eyes. We're going to get you more impressions. And that's such a word right there, impressions. But it takes the local out of local news. It takes the local out of local business. That's kind of what the Midwest and our town and our region was known for. What St. Louis was known for. It had the melting pot of them all, local business and great corporate partners. And now we're seeing less and less local businesses. We're seeing more and more corporate takeovers. And when does it stop? You know, it's becoming easier and easier to sell out because it becomes harder and harder just to do your job day to day as a local business owner. And things like this, I can see it becoming harder. Not just for one company, but for multiple haulers. Like I said, could help the bill. Maybe it doesn't. Time will tell. I just love the fact that we have a choice here. Just my 2 cents on it. Whether or not you do it, it's up to you. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying, is exclusive better for the entire area? And it's not just one town. This isn't, like I said, this is not specific to Jerseyville. Alton's on one too. There's multiple towns that do it. And I see why. I get why. But is it truly the best move? Let me know. Let me know, because I'm indifferent on this. I'm already in a trash contract. And honestly, I just want to make something clear. The guy that picks up my trash every week is awesome. It's not about employees. It's not about that. It's about corporate visions. Those are 2 different things. And I think that's something we need to talk about when it really comes to, is it really best for everybody? 10:57. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and wrap up Wednesday next.
At Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu-Jitsu.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today. As America prepares to celebrate 250 years of freedom, there's never been a better time to show your pride. The Flag Keeper provides everything you need to display your flag with honor, from American state and U.S. Armed Service flags to flagpoles, accessories, and installation kits for homes and businesses across the Riverbend area. Call 618-467-0020 or visit theflagkeeper.com for your free estimate today.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
Oh, 10:59. Where's the time go? We're out of it, that's for sure. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. We got a great show for you tomorrow. Denise Sparks joins me at 10:30. Going to talk a little bit more about these exclusive trash contracts. Also on the show tomorrow, man, my internet's slower than molasses. Going to be talking to Calvary Baptist Church. They got a ton of fun set up for the winter for all of us and our families. Calvary Christian School off to a good start again in 2026. Looking forward to 2027. We'll talk about all that and more until we chat again tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me, and try your best to stay out of jail.